Hari Om. Let us now continue our study. We saw, we asked the question, if each gross element is a mixture of five elements, how are they to be named? Our scriptures say, based on the predominance, based on the predominance of a particular element in the mixture, the individual gross elements are named. For example, our scriptures point out that the gross that gross space has all five elements in the following proportion. And what is that proportion? Gross space makes up 50%, that is half of gross space. Space makes up 50% of gross space. The other four elements, the other four elements will only be in 1/8 proportion each. 1/8 air plus 1/8 fire plus 1/8 water plus 1/8 earth, making the other 50%. It is like when the Pancha Pandavas sought food through Bhiksha. 50% of it would be set apart for Bhima. You know why. And the other 50% would be distributed among the other four Pandavas. Likewise, gross space is made of half of the subtle space and 1/8 of the rest of the elements. Similarly, the other gross elements have the same distribution. Gross air has 50% of subtle air and 1/8 of the other elements. This process of salad making is called panchikaranam, panchikaranam or grossification. Thus are formed the five tangible gross elements: space, air, fire, water, and the earth. Out of these five gross elements, the entire cosmos, including all our physical bodies, are born. This is called Sthula Srishti or Sthula Abhivyakti. Abhivyakti. Manifestation. Thus, Maya is the causal universe out of which emerges the subtle universe called Sukshma Abhivyakti, and out of which comes the gross universe, which is called Sthula Abhivyakti or Sthula manifestation. This is how the entire creation comes about. The next question is, how long will it last? It will last. We need not worry, really. It will collapse once again into Maya, recalling the definition of the law of conservation of energy and matter. The next question is, what will Atma or Brahman be doing? Very important question. Consciousness or Atma or Brahman remains unchanged, nirvikaraha, as we saw earlier. Nirvikaraha. When an appropriate condition arises, when an opportune moment comes, consciousness manifests in the form of life. When matter reaches the correct configuration, consciousness manifests as life. When the manifesting conditions are not there, the DNAs and the RNAs and cells are not formed, consciousness remains unmanifest or remains in an unmanifest condition. This then is Vedic cosmology. We have come to the end of this particular topic, a very significant topic in which we have seen how the Vedas look at the manifestation of the universe in two stages, from the causal Maya, which is one of the factors involved in the, the SRISHTI or the manifestation. The first stage is the manifestation of the Sukshma Bhutani, Pancha Sukshma Bhutani, out of which come out the various components of the Sukshma Prapancha, as we saw the 19 components of the Sukshma Prapancha. And then out of the Tamoguna, of the 5 subtle elements, emerge the 5 gross elements. And we saw the proportions that are present in each of the gross elements. If we take space, air, fire, water, and earth as the gross elements, the name space is given because space is a predominant element in the mixture. These gross elements, there's an admixture of gross elements, of the 5 gross elements, and each element is named so because of the predominance of a particular element. For example, space is named so because space makes up 50% of gross space. 50% of subtle space is taken, and when the mixture is formed, the other elements are 1/8 each. They together form the other 50%. So 50% of space plus 50% of the other 4 elements make up total space. Likewise, the other 4 elements. And then from once this grossification happens, it is from this grossification that all other uh, the other manifestations like your physical body, physical universe, other components of the universe are manifested. This will stay around for some time and then go back. Since it is a cycle, it goes back to the causal form at the time of pralayam and then remains there for some time and then comes back to manifestation. So this is the cyclic process of how evolution and dissolution happens as envisioned by our Vedas. that brings us to a close of this topic. We will end by reciting the universal prayers. Om Durjana Sajjano Bhuyad Sajjana Shantimapnuyad Shanto Muccheta Bandhebhyah Muktaschanyan Vimochayet Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah Sarve Santu Niramayah Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्तिः 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 हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ